Okay, well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out here today for the proclamation that we're hosting to honor our public workers. We actually have a lot of folks represented here, so I'm going to start off by actually introducing the workers that we're honoring. We have folks here from Unite Here, from SEIU, utility workers, CWA, firefighters, iron workers, United Food and Commercial Workers, Pittsburgh United, we have AFSCME, and I will say that we would love to have the laborers and the transit union here, but they are out working the streets. So when we leave for work or we leave for lunch, our streets will be clean. So thank you to the folks who couldn't be here as well. We also have members of council here, Councilwoman Teresa Smith, Councilman Bruce Krause, Council President Darlene Harris, and of course we have some other folks, which is our distinguished Allegheny County Labor Council President Jack Shea. But I just want to start off. I actually have a lot to say, so I hope folks will excuse me for a moment here because I do come from a labor background. What's been going on in Wisconsin has, I think, really rattled a lot of us around the country. So actually a few weeks ago, when this idea was hatched, the idea for this proclamation was hatched, we started speaking with the AFL-CIO and local labor leaders about making a statement about supporting our public employees who work day after day in this great city. And the idea was basically to remind folks that our public employees work hard every day, to better it, and to promote it, and basically build it into something more than it was when we inherited it from our parents. Not only for the folks who live here, but also for the millions of people who commute here and study here and travel here every single day. And so today, overall, we celebrate their hard work and their commitment to the city of Pittsburgh. But in the intervening weeks, since we originally actually discussed this proclamation, what we have seen has been an outright assault on workers taking place before our very eyes on the steps and in the Capitol chambers of the state of Wisconsin. Make no mistake, the Republican governor there has exacerbated a fiscal crisis by granting tax cuts to the Wisconsin wealthiest population and then blaming it on our public workers. Now, again, I'm going to take a minute here, take a tangent here, and interrupt myself because I've been following this income barrier issue. And I recently read a startling fact. I researched it myself to verify it because it was so unbelievable. The highest paid hedge fund manager in 2006 made the same as all 80,000 New York City teachers over a 3-year period. One man, the average Wisconsin teacher, makes $46,000 a year. I even took it further. David Tepper, who's actually one of the wealthiest hedge fund managers in the world, is a Pittsburgh graduate, Pittsburgh Public Schools graduate, believe it or not, graduated from Peabody High School. So don't let anybody tell you that the Pittsburgh Public Schools teachers offer a second-rate education. This Stanton Heights native actually in 2009 made $4 billion in personal profit. $4 billion. And that one man's personal fortune is enough to fund all of the Pittsburgh public schools, all 5,000 employees, custodians, teachers' aides, teachers, facility workers, for almost 10 years in a row. One man's annual personal fortune. But he's paying the same taxes as us, right? Right? Since 1960, the rate for the top 1% of 1% of the wealthiest Americans dropped by 1/2. But the middle class, since 1960, our taxes have remained roughly the same. So this is what we're facing. The governor has proposed paying for these billionaire tax cuts by not just demanding concessions from unions, but by stripping citizens' fundamental right to collectively bargain and shattering our middle class. Is the bridge too far? It is a reactionary agenda that will endanger the livelihoods of thousands of working Americans, and it must be stopped. It must be stopped before this type of thinking endangers the livelihoods of millions. This isn't just about union or non-union. This is about what it means to be middle class in America. How many pizzas are these billionaires going to buy in the local pizza shop? Baby formula from the local drugstore. Is this billionaire going to get his oil changed at the local auto mechanic? Our priorities in this country need to change. We need laws in this country that are made in our family's best interest, in our local economy's best interest, for the rest of us who come to work every single day. My grandfather, Joseph Rudiak, was a union organizer at a time when that was not the popular thing to be. He witnessed the 1919 steel strike, and our family was actually blacklisted and kicked out of company housing for supporting the union. My grandfather fought for workers' rights, not just for his family, not just for my future, but because he knew that building a stable middle class would make our businesses more profitable, our children better educated, and our families healthier. These values are values that have guided me my entire life. And so as I reflect on the lessons that were passed down from my grandfather and my father, it is with amazement that I see what is happening in our country today. And I ask, why must we fight the same battles again and again? Why must we take so many steps backwards when we know where they will take us, because we've already been there, and we know how hard it will be to come back? So to our Democratic colleagues in the Wisconsin Senate, we stand with you in solidarity. We support your heroic efforts to protect the future of the thousands of so many working American families. And to you, we collectively say this. We know that you cannot go home. So if you need a gathering place in your struggle to protect workers' rights, you are welcome to come to Pittsburgh. We've already heard from other Republican governors in America who are planning to push the same reactionary agenda in their home states. And to you, we say, enter that debate at your own risk. You will be confronted with a popular opposition unlike anything you have ever seen. But still, it is important to note while there are many Americans, most definitely, who reject this type of extreme vision, even many Republicans have rejected any attempt to legally ban unions. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Governor Corbett for not taking Pennsylvania down this road. And to you, I say we stand with you to do right by working Americans in these tough economic times. So thank you all who have come today, and thank you all who may be listening or watching from home. And thank you to everyone across America who stand in solidarity